Foreman Phil here with a lowdown on everything you need to know about staying safe on the job. Now, safety at work can be split into two worlds. On-site with the other tradies and off-site in the realm of the general public. Or so you'd think. Unfortunately, it's not always that simple. He can stay there. It is the responsibility of the site to ensure that reasonable steps are taken to keep the public safe. This is to protect anyone who may accidentally wander onto the site. For example, kids who are unable to read warning signs.
If they do happen to hurt themselves on site, well, it may be you and or your employer who cops the blame.
The general public sometimes won't obey that one simple rule and will often break into your site, typically on evenings and weekends, to cook themselves fine meals. And paint masterpieces. And generally make themselves feel at home. So the best way to avoid that particular sucky situation is to do like President Trump and build our wall. And most importantly, lock it every time you leave. Because even if the public still manages to breach your defences, you've done your bit to stop them. But most of the public will stay off your site, unless you rile them up enough.
Hey, whatever, mate.
So try to be considerate. And remember, your neighbour's property is not a dumping ground. And if you're going out in public, you have to cover your load because nobody wants to drive through your environmental waste. And if you've got something up top, well, it's got to be a heck of a lot tighter than that. I'm talking that. And if your load is over long, you got to put a flag on the back. But don't go out and buy anything fancy, just an old t-shirt will do, so long as it's bright. There. No one will miss that. Sound is also an important issue when dealing with the public, but if you do this during work hours, there's not a lot anyone can do to stop you. Although, try to mitigate your noise wherever you can, even if you don't have to by law, because you never know. You might need your neighbour's help someday. So come on, guys! Keep the public off site for their own safety. Dispose of your rubbish correctly. Don't let your loads spill all over town. And you'll find it can pay to make friends, not enemies, with the neighbours. And maybe together, we can cut down the number of work-related injuries in construction. Let's be careful out there today, huh?
Okay, that's all right.